Brandon Sklenar's Batman. He's auraless without the moustache. Okay, fine. Brandon Sklenar should be the new Batman of the DCU. Fair enough. Welcome to another That's Just Joe video. My name's Joe and that's about it, but that's not about it. Today in this video, very, very quickly, we're talking about Batman DCU casting rumours and why the internet is going hella crazy for Brandon Sklenar as the Dark Knight in James Gunn's DCU. Now, this has been a fan cast that people have been obsessed with, since his appearance in 1923 and his other performances. People are like, do you know what? This is the DCU Batman. And this video is really interesting. So this is on the Peacemaker podcast, and this is what's kind of started stirring the pot for people. People thinking and are convinced, a very small amount of people, that Brandon Sklenar is the new Batman of the DCU.
Listen, I don't know.
I was so scared when he said, right?
I was watching 1923 last night, you know.
Is that dirty?
So James Gunn is watching 1923, which stars Brandon Sklenar. Is James checking his performance? Is James looking at what he's like and if he's a convincing enough Batman? I don't think so. I think James Gunn is just watching a TV show, and I think he's mentioned he's watched another show in the past with Brandon Sklenar, and yeah, it's just like he's just watching a TV show. He has to audition these people, remember? But that's what's kicked off the conversation. That's what people are just like, yeah, Brandon Sklenar is definitely the new Batman of the DCU. I put, oh god, please no. And he's even spoken about wanting to play this part and so on. But me personally, just going to me, because this is my channel, I don't see him as Batman. I definitely see him like he's got that Bruce Wayne look. I mean, yeah, do you know what? He does look like Bruce Wayne. He's very handsome, let's all be honest there. He's got a very growly voice, he's very muscular. Be a very muscular Batman, a little bit like Ben Affleck's. But again, from the clips I've seen of him in interviews, in TV shows, I'm not quite like, wow, yeah. Bro, why am I already seeing fan wars between Brandon Sklenar Batman shooters and Batman fans? Brave and the Bold doesn't even fucking exist yet. And that's the thing, they're still writing the Brave and the Bold for the Batman DCU, which is obviously the story with Damian as Robin. And, well, that's what James Gunn announced anyway. But things keep changing. Things aren't being answered straight. Like, and I'm sorry to bring it up again, is Robert Pattinson's Batman merging with the DC universe? And to be honest, I don't think it's a yes. I don't think it's a no. I think right now it's a huge maybe. And I'm not saying from our perspective, but from whoever's working at Warner Brothers' perspective. Like, I do genuinely think they've had those discussions and are continuing to have those discussions, because it kind of makes sense. Like, you've got a good Batman, the audience love him, why not just bring him into the DC universe? But a part of me also wants to see Robert's early years as Bruce Wayne / Batman story finish. So I'm in a bit in the middle about Robert Pattinson being the DC Batman. I think it would work. People are saying, tonally it doesn't work. I think it would, because the whole point of the DCU is that every single project isn't tonally the same. I'm not dead against the idea of Brandon Sklenar playing Batman, but I've no idea how anybody can say he looks more like Bruce Wayne than Robert Pattinson when Sklenar's main look is having a big moustache. I'm not like against it, but I just don't think this is like happening. I don't think it's happening. Will he get an audition? Most likely. I think Brandon Sklenar will get an audition and everything. But is he definitely the DCU Batman? I don't think so. And if I'm wrong, and it's and it turns out Brandon Sklenar is the new Batman, then what should I do? I need to do something. I'm not going to do anything. But people are utterly convinced this is happening now because James Gunn is watching 1923. That's what's happening. and it's very mixed, no, please. Yeah, oh, absolutely. Just so many things. And there's also like rumors that aren't true at all. It's being rumored that Brandon Sklenar has been cast as the new Batman. It's not true. I think Oliver Jackson Cohen would be a really good Bruce Wayne / Batman. If you've not seen him in The Haunting of Hill House, his performance is fantastic and he's a great actor overall. But I'm not sat here going, he's the new Batman, guys, so you know, Brandon Sklenar. No, the thing is, this is all stemmed from that podcast and people just taking it out of context. But now people that are really against Brandon Sklenar as Batman are going after those people, and there's just a little war going on Twitter and other social media sites about this. And it's like, just wait. Let's wait. I don't think we're getting a new Batman for quite a while. We have Robert Pattinson's The Batman Part 2 supposedly starting to film at the beginning of next year. We have Clayface gearing up to film. So Batman is coming to the DCU, whether you like it or not. But who plays him? We don't know. I think they'll do something very different. I think they'll cast someone quite unexpected. A little bit like Robert Pattinson, but like just completely like, whoa, I did not expect that casting. I mean, I remember Alan Richardson was like heavily considered to be Batman in the DCU by fans, and people were so for it. And again, I'm just not convinced. But again, we'll have to wait and see. Gunn is currently writing a draft of the Superman sequel script, and it's not going to be a Superman 2, but it's going to involve Superman, and a lot of rumors were it's going to be World's Finest and we're going to find out who Batman is soon, but it isn't. He has clarified that, but I just can't wait to see Batman meet David Corenswet's Superman. It's going to be so exciting. And none of this Batman versus Superman bullshit that I just can't stand. Why did that movie happen? Let's see them being pals, a little against each other in terms of their worldviews and that. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing the DCU Batman enter. And again, if it is Pattinson, I'll be happy. I'll be skeptical a little bit, but I'd be happy with that. Anyway, guys, what do you think of all this fighting going on online about Brandon Sklenar as Batman and who the DCU Batman should be? And it shouldn't be Robert Pattinson, or it should be Robert Pattinson. It's just like, guys, chill. We've just had a great run of DCU stuff. Let's just park Batman for a little bit. We've got other stuff coming out that we're really excited about. But yeah, I'm looking forward to finding out who it is. I really am. And the lead up for it is going to be crazy when they finally find a director for Brave and the Bold. And whatever they do, I'm just really, really excited. But anyway, what do you think of this casting rumor, this sort of fan casting? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Make sure you like the video. It really helps me out. And subscribe to the channel, because that really helps me out as well. Thank you so much for watching, and see you later. I'm Batman.